Let's get sharp. Come on.
A sharp knife is a safe knife.
That's right.
Right? And a lot of us are bouncing around our kitchens trying to cut our tomatoes, trying to cut our herbs, trying to cut our proteins with dull knives. That's a big old no-no. So
right.
Chefologist comes into play with a 3-stage knife sharpener with a scissor sharpener as well. This sharpens all your knives, including your serrated. It's nice and safe because it affixes to your countertop, so there's no slipping and sliding. In fact, we sold over 65,000 of these, and a lot of people, this is their first culinary purchase here at QVC because they realize how important it is to have those nice, sharp knives. It's K50389. So colors, I have it in the black, 650 remaining. I have it in gray. 1,800 remain. It's under $10 on an easy pay. All right, talk to me, Goose.
Okay, so first of all, you just said the most important tool in your kitchen is your knife, and you're using a knife every day. It doesn't cut your bagel, chop your onion, whatever it is. But most people have dull knives. Well, they get struggle to really sharpen their knives. A lot of people have what's called a steel in their
How to use that.
The steel you actually have to hold up and drag the knife. It's dangerous, so you could cut yourself. And if you don't get the angle right, you'll dull the knife. And here's the other thing. This is the most common thing, and I love showing this demonstration. As long as it's a steel blade, this is a knife a lot of people might pull out of their drawer. Now, I want you to see how dull this is, okay? I am sawing and using pressure. I cannot get through this sponge. But you can take the dullest knife in your cabinet, 3 stages of sharpening. The first stage is tungsten carbide. So what does that mean? You can hear it. It's grinding metal off of the knife. I'm actually putting a new edge and grinding the metal down on this knife. So about 6 to 8 passes with a knife this dull. Then the second stage, diamond honing bars. Those are starting to smooth out and really put the brand new edge back on this. And the beauty of this is just lift and pull. And then I just smooth it out with the ceramic polishing bars. Now this knife, a moment ago, couldn't cut that sponge. Let's come back to that sponge. Now remember, this is now what every single knife, and you want to talk about sharp as a razor. Now this is like a brand new knife. So if you get this, it's like getting brand new knives.
Now we would probably give it a little wipe down before we start using
Always
it, right?
wipe your knives before you use them. I'm sorry, yes. Clean them after you sharpen them, then use them on the food. Cutting a sponge.
So you were cleaning it as you were cutting, so it's perfect. I love that it affixes so I have one, and mine actually lives right in front of my cutting board, or not my cutting board, my knife block. So when I take out my knives, I give it a little look, and I give it a quick little sharp.
Yeah, so you see that giant suction cup? I push down gently, this giant dial I turn. Now, this is not gonna move. And the reason that's important, I'm gonna show you right next door. This is a typical knife sharpener, right? A lot of people have these. They go to use these, but guess what? They move. So when you're sharpening the knife, it could be dangerous. With ours, it stays still. So guess what? I get my hand out of harm's way, and with one motion, I simply pull and lift. And there's giant arrows on top, Julia, to make this foolproof. You don't want to saw and butt back and forth. You simply want to pull and drag. So whether you're righty or lefty, it doesn't matter. 3 different stages are going to break down the knife, the metal on the knife, and then polish that edge so it's like a razor's edge. So now when I go to use this in the kitchen, you want to talk about sharp. Well, let's take a look at this. Watch this.
Woo!
It doesn't matter. And every single cut, look at this cut, is razor thin.
Look at that.
But it doesn't tear the food. That is how your knives are supposed to be in the kitchen. I tell you what, when you have sharp knives, again, it's exciting to cook and prep.
Can I just show everyone real quick that it's foolproof? Because not only does it have the arrows telling you the direction that you want to go, it's also numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4 your scissors. So you know exactly where you go, you know which direction, and you know what comes next. Now the one I'm holding, oh, that's a really good shot, Judy. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, look at that. So this is the gray.
I love it.
I was like trying not to breathe. It was
no.
It's really good job. We also have it in the black as well. Over 65,000 of these have been sold. Now you have a serrated knife.
Serrated, so you can do serrated blades. And again, here's the beauty of this, right? Because this is secure on the counter, I said it's not only safe, but it's easy because all you do is drag the knife, drag it and lift, and you show those arrows. So if you can do this, you can restore the edge on any knife that is steel in your arsenal. Serrated, straight edge, small pocket knives, giant chef's knives. Now this is that serrated blade, but you know, see how shiny that is? That's because that has been perfectly sharpened right down to the edge. Now I'm going to go and use this to cut. Now again, you said it before. Here, remind you, always clean your knife after you sharpen it. But this is bread, crusty bread. My serrated knife now just glides, and I mean glides through. Notice how it's not tearing the bread. It's giving you that perfect cut every single time. And when you try to cut with a serrated blade that's dull, it rips the bread apart.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Look, this is under $10. This is a great gift going into barbecue season. All the proteins that we're going to be marinating, cutting up. Oh, even your little pocket knife.
I tell you, if you know somebody that hunts or fishes this time of year, you throw this in the tackle box, and it doesn't matter. All you need is 4 to 8 passes, depending on how dull the knife is. This is a small little pocket knife. You want to talk about sharp, check this out. I'm going to actually cut a grape here. Not that you would ever slice a grape, but look at this knife. When I slice through it, look at this. I'm going to cut. Oh, I couldn't even pick it up.
Look at that.
I mean, notice how the edge of the grape isn't torn. That's because this knife is razor sharp. The knife goes where you want it to when it's sharp.
Can you show me how to do scissors real
So
fast?
scissors, yeah. So the last, this is really important. The last section on the sharpener is the scissor sharpener. You want to make sure you only use that for scissors because it's a different sharpener. Now you want to take this to the edge of your counter, and you're going to say, well, why the edge of the counter? The reason being is scissors you sharpen on one side. So you're going to simply drag the scissors, and this is that one-handed operation that you don't have to hold the thing. Then you flip your scissors over, and you're going to do the same thing for the other edge. Because on a scissor, you're only sharpening one side, and that's why it's a special sharpener. Now that's like razor sharp. Again, you can see it. Look at that.
Perfect. Okay, working in restaurants, you had restaurants, like people would come in with a whole business to sharpen everyone's knives.
Used to send the knives out.
Yeah, and send the knives out.
There was always one person that was pretty good at sharpening knives, but most people struggle. This makes it easy for everybody.
Yes, this is so smart. It's K50389. There's a reason over 65,000 of these have been picked up. You can do it in the gray, or you can do it in the black down below.